Hello students, welcome to groundwater and hydraulics classes. In today's class we will discuss about the conjunctive use of water. It is also called as optimal beneficial use. So what is the concept of conjunctive use? So conjunctive use means it describes the combined use of the groundwater as well as the surface water. So you have to use the groundwater as well as the surface water. So it is called as conjunctive use of both the groundwater and surface water. So for what purpose? In order to achieve a higher water reliability, the natural hydrological connection between the groundwater and the surface water is used as efficiently as possible. So that is called as the conjunctive use. Conjunctive use is coordinated and planned operation of both surface water and the groundwater resources to meet the requirements of the water for conservation of the resources. So that is called as the conjunctive use of water. So in general, the balanced use of water resources, that is again called as the conjunctive use. So it helps the farmers for to minimize the adverse effect of single source of water. So if you use the water combined, that is both groundwater and surface water, you can achieve the economic value for that. So during the period of precipitation, that is the rainfall, the surface water is utilized to maximum extent, okay, and remaining water, the excess water, we can do it recharge by artificial recharge methods into the ground to the groundwater storage. And whenever there is a less groundwater supply, surface water supply, then you can go for that stored groundwater supply. So that is called as the conjunctive use of groundwater or conjunctive use of water. Then we'll discuss what is the necessity of that conjunctive use, why it is required. So the first one, the groundwater and surface water, they are closely linked, okay, they are closely interconnected resources, right? Because if there is a surface water, that will percolate into the ground and that becomes the groundwater. So they are the interlinked. So groundwater maintains the base flow of the rivers and the water in the river that can infiltrate into the ground. So that is the both how they are interdependent or interlinked. So groundwater that maintains the base flow, it will flow from the bottom and that act as a base flow for the river. Whereas when there is excess surface water in the rivers, that water will infiltrate into the ground and that becomes the groundwater. So the abstraction of surface water and the groundwater cannot be planned in isolation. So one will affect the other. For example, if you the abstraction of a groundwater can reduce the base flow contribution to the river by lowering the water table, so that they are interconnected. Then if carefully planned, however, the conjunctive use of rivers and the groundwater that can even out the seasonal variations in the flow of the river. So in summer season, when the river flow is low, right, there is less water in the river during the summer season. So that water moves from the aquifer into the river, that is the groundwater will move into the river, so that the more water can be drawn from the river. And in rainy season, the water flows from the river to the aquifer, that is a groundwater recharge. Okay, so the pumping from the well also intercepts some of the natural base flow to the river. So that is the necessity of conjunctive use. So whenever there is a water scarcity due to improper management of the resources, that is a groundwater and surface water, then if you do the conjunctive use of water, then this problem of proper management of the water resource will be solved. Then the necessity is one more necessity is flood control in heavy rain. So whenever there is a flood during the heavy rain, and if you divert that water to recharge into the ground, that becomes the groundwater and also the flood control measure you can take when you go for conjunctive use of water. So the excess water, okay, that is due to non sufficient storage, like dam, okay, if you construct, then you can go for flood control in heavy rains. Okay, then we'll see what are the techniques of conjunctive use. So there are two techniques. One is by recharge and one is by recovery. So recharge is what? When it is done, where the recharge of the groundwater either naturally or by artificial methods you can practice, and you can recharge the groundwater. So when there is a excess rainfall after the maximum use of surface water, the remaining water what is left, that is recharged into the groundwater storage. So that is the recharge of the groundwater. Then recovery means during the dry season, water is drawn from the groundwater resources, and how it is done? It is done by pumping. So by pumping you can draw the groundwater on the surface and you can use it. So that is the recovery of the water from the groundwater resource. So these are the two techniques of conjunctive use. So we have to manage both the surface water as well as the groundwater. Then let us discuss what are the advantages of conjunctive use of water. So the first is the use of groundwater helps to reduce the peak demands for irrigation, then size of the canals, and therefore the construction cost will also get affected, that is reduced, if you go for conjunctive use of water. Then the supply from groundwater that ensures a proper irrigation scheduling. You can plan based on the water availability, you can schedule the proper irrigation methods. So the supply from groundwater that ensures a proper irrigation scheduling, then raising multiple crops and early sowing of the seeds even if there is a delay in the rainfall, so that it will help you to sow the seeds at a proper time according to the plan. Okay, because we have the groundwater resource which can be used even if there is a delay in the rainfall. So increased water supply to tail and areas, thereby improving the quality and reliability of the water. So the groundwater exploitation lowers the water table and reduces the danger of waterlogging and consequent wastage of water. So the groundwater exploitation, if you are doing, if you are continuously extracting the water from the well, that is groundwater, then definitely there will be a reduction in the groundwater table. So that is again a danger for waterlogging, and consequently the wastage of water will be more. Okay, so we have to take care so that you can avoid. Okay, that is the advantage of conjunctive use. So surface water and subsurface outflow, they are minimized, okay, and causing the reduction in the peak runoff and flood discharge. So this will be avoided. Then increase in the overall efficiency of the system due to recycling of irrigation water. So there is a recycling of irrigation water, that is one of the advantage. Then the need for canal lining is reduced as a seepage from canal recharges the groundwater. Whatever water is flowing into the canal, that gets recharged. So the need for canal lining, that is reduced if we go for conjunctive use. Then we'll discuss few of the disadvantages of conjunctive use. So increased energy consumption for pumping from the wells and for coping with the reduction in the pump efficiency due to the large fluctuations of water level. So what is the disadvantage? There is a more energy consumption for pumping of the groundwater. So that is one of the disadvantage. Then appropriate management plans you need to develop. That is the one more disadvantage. If there is any mistake in proper management of these resources, that is groundwater and surface water, then there will be a failure in the use of the water resources. Then there are problems of water logging or salination due to the more irrigation. So if you start using the conjunctive use of water, if you start, then you will use more water, right? So there are chances you will grow more crops. So more crop, more irrigation, that may lead to salination and water logging. That is one more problem. Then there will be a difficulty in cost allocation. Okay, if you want to distribute or you can plan properly, there will be a difficulty in allocation of the cost. Then dangerous due to the chances of land subsidence. So there are chances of land subsidence due to the groundwater percolation continuously. So there is a danger of land subsidence. That is one more disadvantage. Then it is very much complex when you go for implementation of this conjunctive use. It is more complicated, more complex. So that is the one more disadvantage. Then the need construction of appropriate groundwater recharge structure. So you have to provide a proper groundwater recharge structure, then only you can apply the conjunctive use of water. Then administrative difficulties in defining the acceptable and equitable groundwater rates when the surface water is available. So that is one more difficulty. You need to have a proper administration. So there will be administrative difficulties in defining the acceptable and equitable groundwater rates. Then people apathy, that is one more problem. There should be a proper participation of the people who are going to use that water. So people participation is very much essential, that there we face a problem. So these are all the difficulties or disadvantages of conjunctive use of water. Then we'll move on to one more concept, that is the artificial recharge of groundwater. So what is an artificial recharge? So artificial recharge, it may be defined as the process by which the infiltration of surface water into the groundwater system is increased by altering the natural conditions of replenishment. So these different methods of artificial recharge that we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.